Hello everyone, welcome back to SR Technologies. In the previous session, what we have discussed, suppose if you are ETL tester, how you can transition your career from ETL testing to Azure data engineering. So for that, actually, clearly I have explained what are the skill set is required. See here, whatever I have, it is very, very important. Those things I have explained, but we do have other things as well as part of this. But we have to focus mainly whatever it is required in core skills is required, those skills which I have mentioned here. Now today we are going to discuss the important service as part of the first thing, SQL, Python and data warehousing concepts. You should be aware of it being a ETL tester. So that is the reason I directly jump into storage service. First of all, what is this storage? And then we jump into whenever you are going to store the data, right? For example, in ETL, what you are going to store it, basically you are going to store the data in the form of either in the form of tables or in the form of tables, or in the form of files. So even in ETL, even if it is a file system, what we are going to do it while we are moving the target, while we are moving to target or staging, while we are moving to staging area. First, even if it's a file format, what we are going to do, source this one. Let's consider it is a source. Here it is a source, and here in between you have a staging area, this staging area, and target nothing but a data warehouse. Or in between we do have, based on requirement, we do have other things as well. I'm just explaining in a general way. So take it up here, staging area. So even if it is a file format, what we are going to do, we are going clearly moving into here in the form of tables only. Here also it is in the form of tables. So basically, what we are going to use it in the traditional ETL, we are going to load entire data into the where this table is associated. It's nothing but a schema. Where this schema is available in the form of database. What are the databases are available in general in market? Basically, RDBMS are available. So in RDBMS, we can take it up for a famous one is Oracle, and we Teradata, IBM DB2, and then we do have PostgreSQL, MS SQL, and other than that, MySQL, etc. We do have other databases as well. Now, in traditional way, which we are going to store it into RDBMS. But what if in terms of big data, we are have these traditional databases, which is having certain limited capacity. It is not horizontally scalable. So that cases what we are going to use it when it comes to big data. Big data, what we are going to use it. In big data, we are going to use it basically HDFS, nothing but a Hadoop distributed file system. Hadoop distributed file system, we are going to use it. So similar fashion in Hadoop distributed file system, even if you have 100 GB, it is going to store, you are going to internally store into smaller chunks. It is a big concept. Right now, I'm not going to explain that. Internally, it is going to internally, it is going to split the data and store it. And why we are going to use it? Because if you wanted to store massive amount of data, internally there should be a mechanism where it is going to split the data and store it into smaller blocks. What we can call it, these are blocks, HDFS blocks. So HDFS blocks. So if you wanted to store it, 100 GB, what we are going to do, we are going to keep it 800 blocks. What basis you are going to do that? It's nothing but just calculate it. Each 1 GB, we are going to keep it as 8 blocks. Internally, block size will be there. In HDFS, we can go ahead and we can set it up that. So right now I'm setting it up as 8 blocks. Now, why we are explaining this, sir, HDFS? Because you are going ahead and talking about the cloud service, Azure service. So internally, the concept is, even if it is a Azure, okay, ADLS Gen2 or ADLS Blob, the internal concept is nothing but a distributed file system concept only. The way HDFS works, same similar fashion here also, the Azure Blob or ADLS Gen2, which is going to work. Now, the question is, how can we create it up? This ADLS Gen2, ADLS Blob. First of all, try to understand. Let's get into the here. This is the Azure portal. Here you can see this is the main menu, which is going to be there. And here you can see home dashboard, all services, all resources, resource groups, and everything which is going to be available here. So same thing here also you can see here you have this create resource, and this is the one which you are going to see. This is the ID which you are going to see. Here you can see whenever you have a notification, whenever you wanted to set it up something, you can go ahead and you can set it up. And if you want any support, here you can see this is the nothing but a command line, Cloud Shell. You can go ahead and you can execute instead of in a GUI way. If you wanted to execute some of the things, especially you can go ahead and you can use the Cloud Shell. And here you can see feedback. You can go ahead and you can give the feedback here. So now what we can do here specifically, you can go ahead and we wanted to create ADLS Blob. First, what is ADLS Blob? What are the use cases? So when we are going to use the ADLS Blob and when we are going to use the ADLS Gen2. So first of all, Azure Blob storage or ADLS, Azure Data Lake Storage Gen2, which is used for storing the data. So first we'll create it up and then we'll discuss what are the which use case, which one we are going to use it. First, we'll go to here, create resource, click on create resource and go to storage account. Just type it here. See, let me go ahead and show you again here. So go to here, create resource. Okay, and go to here, search in storage account. Now you can see search once you do source storage account. Here you can see there is a table format. You can see here. This is the one which you have to go ahead and click on it. Now just go ahead and click on create. So once you do that, so it is going to ask you basically whenever you are taking, if you go with the Netflix or Amazon or anything, right? You are going to subscribe. Nothing but your subscription will be there. Same way in Azure also, you are going to have a subscription. Either it can be a free tier or pay as you go. Right now, I'm using the pay as you go. And resource group, just you can go ahead and you can create new resource group. So here I'm going to give ADE. What I'm going to do here, ADE free videos. So I'm going to create ADE free resource. Nothing but I'm creating resource group. So what is resource group? Resource group is nothing but we are going to organize our resources in a effective way. Suppose I have a MS SQL, Azure SQL database is there, as well as Azure Blob is there, Azure, even ADLS Gen2 is there, ADF is there, Azure Databricks is there. So we are going to keep it. Suppose if you have multiple projects, you are going to associate each group is associated with one resource. Each resource group is associated with one project. So that way we are going to create and we are going to monitor our billing as well. Now here you can see I have created ADA free resource, and then here you can give it what you can give it, that storage account name. So here what we are going to give it, ADA free videos, and here this is the blog name. Okay, ADA free videos test. Okay, I'm giving test. So here you can give it, and then you can go to here. Just once you have given here, next go to here. Then select primary service. Now you can give it, like you can go ahead and you can give it Azure Blob storage or ADLS Gen2. Now click on next. Here you need not to give anything. Just give it here that storage account name, and it should be in all or lowercase. Okay, and then here you can give it what is the primary. You can give it Azure Blob storage or ADLS Gen2. Next, click on it here and click on it here. You need not to do anything. Just you can go ahead and you can click on it, and then next, just it will go ahead and it will do review and create. So it will go ahead and it will do the validation in progress. It will take some time. To do validation. Now you can see all validation is successfully completed. Now directly it is showing enablement create. So you can go ahead and you can create the Azure Blob. You are going ahead and you are going to create it up. So once you do this, it's very straightforward. So you need not to do much on this. Now you can see it is going, deployment is in progress. Now you can see it is going to open like this. Once it is opened, then it will take some time. Like, it will take some time based on the network, based on the resource availability. It will take at least 2 to 3 minutes. So if it is going here and it is doing that. Now you can see what exactly it is happening. You can go to here. You can see it is going to show you what exactly it is happening. Now you can see here it is going here and it is deploying that particular Azure blob storage service. Now you can go ahead and you can do like this. Now you can see just it will take some time. It will take some time. Now you can see the particular thing is succeeded. Now, which means it's a nothing but a Azure blob is created. Now go to service here. Now, what is the next thing is you have to do that. So here, whenever you go with the service, automatically here you can see whenever you go with the ADLS or ADLS Gen2, the containers is nothing but we can consider here, whenever you go to container, we do not have any container. What is that container? By default, logs container will come. Here you can see container. Container is nothing but if you go with the database, what it is going to happen, database will be there. If you wanted to hold different schemas, what you are going to do, you are going to create a schema. If you go with the Oracle, you are going to create HS schema, same similar fashion. If you wanted to hold different set of data, then you are going to create a container. So here we are going to create one container, very simple container. What is that? ADE test blob. ADE test blob container, which we are going to run, which we are going to create it up. Let's create it up that. Just you need not to do anything. Just you can go ahead and you can click on it. That's it. Automatically container going to be added. Now you can within container, what you can do, you can go ahead and you can create a add directory. You can give it as a directory name. This is the test directory. Blob test directory. Now you can go ahead and you can create it a blob test directory. So once you have given blob test, then you can upload files. So you can even local files also, you can go ahead and you can upload it. So here I'm uploading June Oracle data. Very simple. And I have uploaded it. Now you can see here, the file is uploaded here. See, same similar fashion, local files also, which you can go ahead and you can upload it. So which use case we are going to use it? Whenever you wanted to have a object storage, then you are going to use the Azure Blob. What are the major cases which you are going to use it? If you wanted to store images, videos, and documents, if you wanted to do that, then it is going to be best suitable is Azure Blob Storage, where we are going to use it. So basically, if you are going ahead and if you wanted to store unstructured data, then you can go ahead and you can use the Azure Blob, and then what is the ADLS Gen2? How we are going to create it up, sir? Can you please explain that? Let's go ahead and create it up Azure Blob as well. Same similar fashion, create resource and click on it, storage service, storage account here, and click on it here. You can see storage account. Just go to here, storage account, create, then create. Same, the resource group, and already it is available, ADU free videos. And here you can see storage account name is nothing but here you can give it ADS videos, and just you should be giving meaningful name. Let's give it like ADLS Gen2 testing. Okay, ADLS Gen2 testing free. Okay, just let's understand it. Whenever you are giving the name, either it can be a blob or it can be a ADLS Gen2. The important thing is whenever you are giving name, right? It should be in lowercase. And very, very important thing is the name, whatever you are giving, it shouldn't be like, duplicated. It's not on your only Azure portal account. Okay. It is across all the Azure portal, which means suppose Ravindra has given something and XYZ person has given same name, it is not going to accept. It is going to tell you it is already taken. Now, here you can select again, primary service is nothing but a ADLS Gen2. Now, click on next. Very, very important thing is what is the difference between while you are creating it up ADLS Azure Blob. This is the tick mark, enable hierarchical namespace. If you click on it here, the storage service, which is going to turn into ADLS Gen2. Now click on next, and click on next. That's it. You have whatever you have done, Azure Blob, same everything you are going to do that. But when it comes to advanced, what you have to make sure, enable this particular option, enable this particular option. Then only it is going to, and it is going to consider as a ADLS Gen 2, ADLS Gen 2. Now, which use cases which we are going to do that? This ADLS Gen 2, first click on it, create, let it go ahead and create it up. Now, very important thing, if you are having any company, for example, if you are having retail company, where you are going ahead and you are going to extract the data, very important thing is when it comes to ADLS Gen 2, which is nothing but it is going to work like a HDFS. And what is the major use of ADLS Gen 2? You can go ahead and you can use this for ADLS Gen 2 for especially with the analytical purpose. Even you can go ahead and you can do the petabyte, not terabyte, okay? Petabyte scale analytics, you can do that. You can do that. And you can give the permissions, nothing but a permissions at folder level as well for organizing the data. The very important use case is this is the one thing. And even when you are going with the real time, you are going ahead and you are going to use this particular ADLS Gen 2 in terms of data lakehouse architecture. Very important thing is you are going to organize your folders in a raw, cleansed, and as well as curated zones. In terms of it, if I can go with the Databricks and with Delta Lake, what you are going to do, basically the architecture goes like this. Whenever you have a source, and this is the nothing but a raw layer and bronze layer. Sorry, raw layer. Here, whenever you go with the bronze layer, you are going to have it. And then you are going to have it silver layer. And then you are going to have a gold layer. These things we'll discuss in the coming classes. For time being, understanding this is the raw data. Bronze is nothing but a raw data. And silver is nothing but a transformer data. And here gold layer is nothing but a curated data, nothing but a aggregated data, curated data, which is going to be hold as part of the goal layer. So try to understand it. So majority of the cases, if you are working with especially with the ETL projects, especially ETL projects in cloud, then you are going to see ADLS Gen 2 is used. This is the way you are going to, and we are going to create the Azure storage service, Azure storage services. In Azure storage services, you can go ahead and you can see here, you can also here create containers. What is the container? Very simple. You can give the container name. So this is nothing but what we can keep it ADLS container. Just keep it something like just very simple. It should be lowercase, the container name also ADLS container. So here you can go ahead and you can create it up. Under that, you can go ahead and you can create it up again in folders. Okay. Previously, what we have given the folders. Similar fashion here. What you can do, you can create a directory. Here you can go ahead and you can create it a branch. This is the one thing. And generally people do like this in real time. Okay, silver. You are going ahead and you are going to have a silver layer. And here you can give the silver. And then here you are going to give it what? Gold layer. Gold. Nothing but a curated data. So whatever the data which you are having it, bronze, directly you can go ahead and you can create it up in this particular bronze folder. And at the same time, you are going to have it silver layer. After transforming the data, you are going to have a silver layer. Now, in the previous case, you have loaded directly from location, right? You can upload it as well. Here. So you can go ahead and you can give the data directly. You can upload it here. So you can see the file is uploaded. Similar fashion, whatever the folders are there, right? We are going and we are going to read this particular folder using Azure Data Factory as well as Azure Databricks. And then how we are going to transform it, we are going to transform it and we are going to load it into the, again, ADLS. We'll show you those things in the coming section. So if you like the content, if you like the way of explanation, so please subscribe the channel. If you have any doubts or specifically on this, please do comment and subscribe the channel and share with your friends. Majority of the folks which I see, they are watching the videos and they are just like, leaving it out, but they are liking the content. I see a lot of likes are coming. Please share with others as well as subscribe the channel. Your subscription as well as your comments will help me to do more and more videos on this. Thank you.